Comedians. Your next comic is a favorite here at the Laugh Factory. Keep clapping, make some noise right now for Brad Kofman.
Tonight is going to be a good night because of that guy. Yeah. What's going on, guys? How we doing, Laugh Factory? Are we doing good? Yeah, I love that. Look at you in your jersey and backwards hat and shorts. What business meeting did you come from, sir? What's your one-syllable name? Bill. He threw a Y on the end there. He went with Billy. Nobody's called you Billy since 1998. I'm sure of it. Oh, man. My man over here has his arms folded, making me feel welcome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that shit. We love that as comedians. I don't know what to do with my hands in everyday conversation either, so I don't blame them. It's like, do I put them in my pockets? Is that rude? If I cross that, do I look too closed off? Like, what do I do? Like, I like being up here because I get to hold a microphone. Sometimes I'll just do wild shit with my hands. You guys ever do that? Like, your girl will be talking to you and you want to sound excited about some dumb shit, so you're like, yeah. I would love to go to the farmer's market. 7:30 a.m., Logan Square on a Sunday morning. Let's do that shit. 3 dirty apples for $39. That'd be amazing. Get yelled at by the lady who sells crystals, get a whole new kind of COVID because, you know, she's not vaccinated. She's racking up COVID. She didn't even know. I don't even know what we're calling COVID anymore. It used to have cool names. Now it's just COVID. I think the next phase in this is I'm waiting for corporations to start sponsoring new COVIDs. You know what I mean? They'll be like, first you had Delta. Then you had Omicron. And now JP Morgan brings you Chase COVID. Wouldn't that be cool? 3% cash back with all your COVID? Like, we should be making money off of this shit by now, right? I think so. It's weird, because a lot of people I know are sick right now, but we're not talking about it, which is fine. And, like, I can handle all these changes, but it's weird watching my dog adjust to this shit, because he knows something's different, but I can't explain to him what's going on. Like, dogs are smart. They notice shit. But, like for example, during the pandemic, my dog, he started to notice the mask, right? He'd see me get the mask. I put on my shoes, we go outside. I get the mask. I put on my shoes, we go outside. And he'd see the mask and start to get excited. Now, when he saw the mask, I just thought he got excited because he thought it was time to go outside. Turns out I have a friend who's really good at training dogs. He came over, he observed us for a little while. He was like, no, Brad, you have it all wrong. The reason your dog gets so excited when he sees the mask isn't because he thinks it's time to go outside. The reason your dog gets so worked up is he thinks the mask is a violation of his constitutional rights. Yeah. And I can't have that in my house, so long story short, we put him down. Yeah. We did. Saddest part about it, too, is when we did it, we told him the needle was the vaccine. I said, I don't want to do it. I said, you're doing it, buddy. It's good for you. It's fucking good for you. I think the guy who said, let's go, Brad, just went, fuck. He, like, regretted his decision immediately. He was like, fuck, dead dog joke. Goddamn. I deal with depression, if you can't tell. Smooth transition, right? Dead dog depression. Anybody here get sad? Okay. Yeah. Saddest fucking response I've ever heard. The most annoying thing to me about getting sad is people always try and give you shitty advice. They're like, if you get sad, what you have to do is you have to shower and get dressed even when you have nowhere to go that day. The fuck am I gonna be fully dressed in a button down in my house at 9:30 at night just watching Bones? I'll kill myself. Terrible advice. I did find one thing that works, though. What you gotta do when you get sad is you do this. What you gotta do is you get a piece of paper and you write down a list of all your goals, right? For the day, the week, the month. You take that paper, you fold it in half, and you pour marijuana into the crease. And you feel if you feel low, you just get really fucking high. That's what you gotta do. It's the only thing that works. I get to travel, and I know we're legal here in Chicago, but I go other places. Like I've been to Mississippi recently, where you can still get life in prison for a certain amount of marijuana. And it's very crazy. Like, you see the different cultures and people that develop around these laws and their attitudes on drugs and weed and stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of legal weed. Like, I like the access, but I don't love the entitlement. You know what I mean? Like, this whole younger generation only buying their weed at the store, no thank you. I don't like that shit. Not a fan. I think as Americans, we are robbing these children of a fucking childhood. You know what I mean? These kids will never show up to a closed down CVS parking lot. Never gonna get in the back of an old 1997 Grand Am with no hubcaps, a childhood. Talk to some paranoid fucker who's like, hey, how much pizza do you want? And you have to be like, I'll have an 1/8 of pizza, please. I don't know why every shitty low-level drug dealer did that to me growing up. Like, who did they think we were fooling? The world's worst FBI agent? Just a dude, first day on the job in a surveillance van nearby, like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, Rick. I think we got bad intel. Dude who sold no marijuana, but he sold 8 3/4 pizzas. What the fuck you want to do? I don't fuck with drugs, though. I like to drink, I like to smoke occasionally, but drugs are too stressful, man. Like, I have a friend who recently started microdosing mushrooms. And he thought it was gonna help him. He's been doing it for like 4 or 5 months. And I saw him again, and I was like, Andrew, you look fucking terrible. How's it going? He's like, oh, I feel great. I was like, you look fucking awful. I was like, what dose are you taking, bro? Maybe it's not enough. He's like, yeah, I'm doing like 2.5 to 3 grams of mushrooms a day. I was like, you're not microdosing mushrooms, you're just doing a lot of mushrooms every day. You should be careful. You work in a warehouse, dude. People's lives are everywhere. You're a certified forklift operator, bro. You can get people in trouble. I'm also not the biggest fan of dispensaries. I think they're annoying. Like, you walk into them, there's so much marketing and shit going on. Like, it's not like how it should be. Like, there's like a big sign, and then a dude comes up to you with all these lights around him, and he comes up to you in a polo, and he's like, hey man, how can I help you today? And you're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm your drug dealer. You're like, my drug dealer doesn't golf? My drug dealer lives in a studio apartment where I got to sit there awkwardly and be like, okay, buddy, can I get the stuff? I got a big, busy day. Here we go. And then they try and tell you about the 27 different strains of weed they have, and it's very annoying. You're like, there's 2 kinds of weed. I've been smoking it my whole goddamn life. The rest is bullshit. There's 2. There's indica and sativa. Indica, that's when you smoke a joint of that shit with your friends, and then nobody talks for 3 hours. Like, that was some good shit. Sativa, that's some different shit. That's when you smoke a joint of that late at night, and all of a sudden it's 3 in the morning, you're in the bathroom, all the lights are on, getting your 3rd deep cleaning on your teeth, really getting in there. Gears start turning, you're like, this shit hits a little different, bro. This feels good. My dentist is gonna be thrilled with me this Sunday. Dr. Hubrick's gonna love this. You guys seem fun. Can I do something different for you guys? I brought my guitar. Do you mind if I play a little bit of something for you guys? Yeah? Okay. I disappointed you once, okay? I won't disappoint you again. See how far this chord stretches together. Far enough. All right. I've actually never played guitar before, so we're gonna find this out today. You know what they say, put the alcohol on top of the electronics. That's what they told me at Guitar Center. They said, if you want to be a real guitar player, you put the alcohol on top. This is just a long, dramatic setup where I don't play anything at the end. You guys ready? I've never played before. All right, I'm gonna do one more thing and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna trust this very white audience with something that I don't know I should. Could you guys, okay, she said there's some black people, and I'm counting on you. If you could just keep some rhythm for me, guys, if you could just start clapping. Yeah. You're rushing, not dragging. Sorry, Will. You guys have been a lot of fun. I've been Brad Kofman. Have a great.
Yeah, Brad Kofman, you guys keep it going for Brad. Let him hear. You came for comedy, you also got music. Oh, that's incredible. I love that Brad was like, yeah, I'm gonna play the guitar, no jokes about it, just want you guys to know I get pussy, and that's fun. I appreciate that. I was like, oh, I have a wife, so I get pussy.